And right now, we're going to bring on Miki Gorman. And Miki is a runner. The name Miki might confuse you, but Miki, as you see, is a female competitor.
1976 was the first year the New York City Marathon traversed all 5 boroughs. Michiko Miki Gorman was one of only 63 women to finish the race, 63 women out of more than 1,500 runners.
It was not common for women to run long distances at that time at all. In fact, for a while, they weren't allowed to run.
Not only did she finish, she won, the first American woman to do so.
And then he made a tremendous effort.
Soft-spoken and small in size, Gorman made a habit out of breaking expectations.
Miki, your stature, you're about 5'1", I'd say maybe you're 90 pounds. Physically, how do you endure this?
Well, many people ask me how I can run because I'm so small and looks fragile. But for long distance, you don't have to have the big body.
You would think at just over 5 feet, Miki Gorman would get lost in the pack, but she was setting the pace.
When you're that fast, you're not in that much of a crowd. You know, she's running from the front.
Gorman moved to the United States in 1963 from Japan, but didn't start running until her 30s at the urging of her husband.
My husband complained that I wasn't athletic enough. That's why I started doing something.
Despite a late start to her running career, Miki set records. She ran her first marathon in 1973 and won. In 1974, she won the Boston Marathon, setting a course record with 2 hours and 47 minutes. Shortly after the birth of her only child, she would go on to win the 1976 New York City Marathon. A year later, she returned to Boston to win again. But her streak didn't end there.
The first woman to finish for the second straight year here in the New York City Marathon.
Winning the New York City Marathon twice and the Boston Marathon twice, no one else has ever done that on the female side. So it's an incredible accomplishment.
Gorman's accomplishments were historic. Some of her records still stand today, more than 40 years later. She's also served as an inspiration, passing the baton onto a new generation of elite women runners.
She paved the way for me, but she paved the way for a lot of people. Her dominance in the sport at such a high level and doing it with kind of a self-motivation and drive that you can go and do big and bold things in a way that doesn't intimidate but inspires.
Gorman held the title as the only American woman to win the New York City Marathon until her death in 2015.
The emotion of Shalane Flanagan as she comes to the line, breaks the tape.
In 2017, Shalane Flanagan became the second American woman to win the New York City Marathon, breaking the 40-year drought for American women runners since Gorman's historic win. In 2023, more than 20,000 women finished the New York City Marathon, following in Gorman's footsteps.
The people who cross this finish line, about half of them will be women. And that's really because of the trail that Miki Gorman blazed as one of the earliest runners and the first American champion of this race.
It was a pretty good job, Miki.
Thank you very much.
Bree Driscoll, Spectrum News.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your community, click the subscribe button here. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.